So it's the 6th of January.
I deliberately put my hair in a hat.
And Kate is just taking the photos of Pocholo's feet. We just had the little chat and it looks like there are some good changes happening. And I'm just looking through his old photos that she had a folder on, which is quite interesting to have a look. Mr. B, go away. Gosh, we had a lovely weather. Mr. B is trying to eat me as per usual. Hey, pretty. Hey, hey. See, those are your feet. Go to work hard.
We've been doing lots of lovely road work. His bars are at the same level as his hoof walls, so I'm just going to take them down a little bit. Because I'm going to take the hoof wall down a little bit at the heel. So I want them to be level. It's quite asymmetrical, come off anyway. What's really good about his feet is, I'm not going to do it with the mouse, is that his frog comes to here.
Yeah.
A lot of horses, you know, that's your halfway mark, and a lot of horses, they don't even come to there.
Yeah.
So that shows you that everything's looking good inside, the bones and so on.
Oh, that's good.
And he's got some good concavity here.
Yeah.
And also, he's got some new growth coming down, which you can see from the outside.
Yeah.
And it corresponds with this ridge here, which is actually where he wants this toe to be.
Really?
So he actually wants the whole toe to come further back.
Yeah. So
Which
actually
he's
that
doing.
would almost make it look like the other foot, wouldn't it?
Well,
Quite
that's what we were just debating, was how
Yeah.
much is... So on this one, if I put the rasp across there,
Yeah.
there's no frog contact at all.
Yeah.
And that's not good.
Yeah.
Because he hasn't then... So I can take his heels down, and I am going to take them down a little bit. But if I took them right down to the frog,
Yeah.
all of a sudden the frog and the heels, which haven't been working,
Gonna be
would
like that.
suddenly
Yeah.
have all this horse
Yeah.
weight on them.
And the angle's going to be quite different on the tendons as well.
Everything would be very dramatic. And as you can see from his hoof wall, he's working. I mean, it's 2 months since I last came,
Yeah.
and I don't need to take anything off here at all.
Yeah.
He's working it all himself, but he's not working this.
Yeah. So he's probably still landing.
So his heel first landing isn't strong.
No, he sort of lands flat on these foot. You can see it when you walk him.
Yeah.
But
But then but that's when you then have to wonder, is it because there's something that he's uncomfortable with in that foot and doesn't want to land, or is it that there's something going on elsewhere that he's actually, we do it if you've got something,
And
you're
also
still
habit
protecting
as well,
it.
because he was laying on that foot.
I don't know that horses really do that habit when they're working.
Right.
I think they can be wary about something and they can be worried, like if they see water or patchy stones, they used to be fall over stones, they might go, oh, I'm not sure if I can go, but then, especially a horse like this, whose attention is a bit like all over the shop.
Anna doing the boys today. So she's doing Kingsley now. They haven't been able to go out for about a week, so I'm curious to know whether that had any detrimental effect on them. They do go out being walked, but they don't go out as in turn out.
His back is quite tight. And the shoulder slightly more than probably before.
Benji's saying, please do not film my mummy. So interesting. That's interesting because Kingsley actually had much less work. A, because he got kicked in the left hind leg, so I haven't really worked him much. He only did a little bit of walking basically in hand, and he only did a few days under the saddle.
Yeah,
So it looks like he gets worse the less he does.
I do.
And he does like his turnout, so
Yeah.
That is brilliant because last time he couldn't hold his leg
yes,
like
yes.
that. Makes my life so. The difference between this one and the other one is quite marked.
Yeah.
Must be about a millimetre difference. But this is where he wants to be landing. He's doing that himself.
Mm.
But he couldn't do this at all last time. Go! You can see why this needs to come down because it's just all starting to
He keeps getting
collect stuff
rock.
in it.
Exactly. Every time we come back, it's got a little rock wedged in there.
Yeah, it's not good.
Do you like to see your coffee?
Oh, I'd love a coffee.
Yeah.
I don't think his frog is sensitive to anything, so I don't think we're going to be harming him. But at the same time, he does need a little bit of help. I'm not going to take it as far down as it will be when it's a healthy foot, because everything else inside needs to catch up. But you can see how there's some pull and strain on this side.
Mhm.
That's what this breakup probably is. This side is fairly smooth. So you can come down a little bit more. It's just about reaching the frog there.
Yeah, on that side. Yeah.
Whatever's trying to sort itself out here has had to just limbo
Yes.
or getting worse.
Yeah.
So it's a
That is
fine
almost
line between
touching.
helping them, taking numbers to help them.
Yeah.
You know, if they're not wearing it and it's getting in the way, and actually interfere.
Yeah.
And I don't think it's
Not like worrying you so or anything, he's been much worse, but as a whole he feels tighter on this side. But isn't this the side he's got less muscle anyway?
Yeah. Yeah.
So obviously it would get tighter. When it gets tighter, there's less of it. He's tight here on both sides, worse here.
Mhm.
Literally on the side of the scapula. But I haven't got very far on this side yet. But the other side, the back, I think he says because he's been in and he hasn't done much lately. It doesn't feel like, there's not like points when he goes like, oh my god, he didn't even stop eating. I think he was just quite enjoying it. It's tight, but it's not like, he's not like sore.
Mhm.
And it's not even tight in a way. But this is, for example, here is much tighter. See how?
Yeah. Yeah.
This is much tighter, for example, here than it is on the back on the other side. So far he certainly isn't worse in a way of that, of injuries or anything like that. I don't think.
Hey, Ginger.
He's wondering what you're doing.
Yes.
But he only has got his own sweet.
Good boy. Yeah, he's always much better when he's out.
Yeah. He's that sort, I think, as well, isn't he?
It loosens him up, and he plays with that pony as well. So.
Yeah, I haven't quite finished on this side, but so the initial feel is that he feels the best he's really been before ever, as a whole, from the hind end and the sacroiliac area. You know, he's tight, and he's got less muscle on this side. You can feel it quite clearly, but He's not sore. He's not interested in what I'm doing. He's just eating quite happily. I'll try to put a bit more pressure on and see what happens. Nothing happens. I'm actually pressing pretty hard.
My coffee arrived.
Yeah. I still get a reaction if I press really hard. But these are areas that are quite sore on even people where some of the gluteals and stuff attach. Not really attach, but start. Seems a bit uncomfortable, doesn't it? But I'm pressing hard.
But still, you were just sort of gently touching him last time when he was doing
Oh,
this.
yeah, he was doing this.
That's good.
He's been in for a week. It's pretty good, isn't it?
So Pocholo is done. So we're going to try to give him some oats in small ration after he's been worked to start building a little bit more muscle on him. He's good.
Yeah, so far.
Yeah.
only
On the
done-
left. Oh, that would be
Yeah,
brilliant.
I've only done the neck.
Yeah.
I don't really remember what.
Yeah, his left side was tight on the neck and the shoulder.
Yeah, tiny bit on the shoulder, same place where Kingsley is, but they're always tight. There's quite a tight muscle, but so far I haven't found anything really to do anything with, really.
Walking suitcase shopping.
Perfect.
Totally loose here. You made me doubt myself now, but that's not really.
You don't mind Benji doing second wet TV?
So in here, this is totally loose. This gets quite tight if the shoulder is tight. Lift the leg for me nicely, please. A little bit tight here on the side, but not really.
And
You're going to have to come back in a minute with that once I find something to talk about.
That's okay, you better not find anything.
you worked quite hard yesterday as well.
Okay, we were talking about white line separation.
Yeah.
I've just picked that out from there.
Ah.
So now it wouldn't be able to get in there because it's so much tighter. I can feel with my rasp. There are some little stones and here somewhere. But that's the difference in 2 months. And some of the next few weeks. And you can see all the old stuff coming through, which you don't get on Pocholo's feet. That will all be gone in another few days.
You know, he's fine, so he will be able to go out for a bit longer again on the road. So. But he does an hour, you know, so just extend it a little.
shows. And he's got a little bit of a ridge there. He's got a tighter growth coming through onto there, so that corresponds with that bit to there. So once that's through, it will appear that that's longer anyway. His heels look fairly even. That's a little bit stronger. Let's see how it goes. I'm going to tidy that little bit of a bar up and make sure there's nothing nasty lurking in here. But this is all where you'd want it to be, and that's a nice tight line all in there, so it's going to be just a fully trim to the top that are happening. That's not a very good change there.
No, it's an old bulge there. I don't know what that is about.
But it's interesting that he's not been working at the same level as Pocholo over varied ground, and he's got more to take off from the top than Pocholo did. Everything's where you want it to be. There's just some gubbins going on in here. You don't want that to
Yeah, that's what the stem
build
cell
up.
does.
Yesterday? No, I mean, I wasn't really pushing him. I was just happy. It felt fine. Otherwise, it always goes a little bit that way.
All right, good boy.
Here, but it's almost like a natural tautness in the muscle, really,
Yeah.
rather than anything. So far, nothing. Mr. P.
I know.
He's always got this patch here that the skin feels a bit.
Yeah, he does that on both sides, doesn't he?
Yeah. Maybe he's had an injury there sometime, you know.
Possibly.
You know, and also when he had those issues with his hocks and stuff
Yeah.
ages ago, then maybe there was something there. I'm trying to find something rather than
And he's always used to be really tight there.
here as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he used to spread here, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It's a bit tighter, but it's almost me picking something rather than. So he's doing well. I'm being photographed from like all directions. Just chatting.
You go pick her up on.
Good, that isn't it?
Yeah.